Just a lesson about the Doors song, The Wasp. Quick lesson here. Consists of two parts, an A part and a B part. The A part is made up entirely of one riff, and the riff involves the E chord and the lowest three strings. So all you do is pull off and hammer on with the middle finger and the ring finger, and you don't even actually play the index finger, it just kind of holds your spot. So this is how it goes. Slow motion. Real slow. And the verse kind of goes like this. I want to tell you about Texas radio and the big beat. It comes out of the Virginia swamps, cool and slow with rugged precision, and a backbeat narrow and hard to master. Some call it heavenly in its brilliance, others mean and rueful of the Western dream. Once again, the riff in slow motion. And the second part of the song is kind of, there's the B part of the song. It's broken into like 4 different pieces. And the first piece goes like this. They're all major chords, and they're basically playing on the lowest 3 strings, but and what you want to do is you don't want to play the third in a couple of the chords. Let me show you how this goes. It goes. So the F sharp chord and the G chord, you play it only with the bottom 3 strings, and the pinky actually mutes the 4th string, or the third in the song. I guess you don't play the G sharp. So anyway, once again you go. That's the first part, and the words that go with it are a bunch. And the different verses are different, but they would be like, "Listen to this, I'll tell you about the heartache." So that's the first part of the first section of the B part. The second section same thing, major chords, but you mute the third on the F sharp like that by just playing the bottom 3 strings, and like I said, with the pinky you can kind of mute the 4th string. Tell you about the heartache and this is just a run string G, B flat, A. Loss of God. One more time. I'll tell you about the heartache and the loss of God. When you play the full major chords with the major fingering like that, then you hit all 4 strings. That's the only difference. When you play the major chord without the third, you play it like this so you can mute that 4th string in case you accidentally hit it. That's just the way it goes. So once again, the first part. Listen to this, I'll tell you about the heartache. And the second part. I'll tell you about the heartache and the loss of God. Okay, the third part. Once again, slowly. And the word that would go with it would be something like, I'll tell you about the hopeless night, the meager food my soul forgot. One more time. I'll tell you about the hopeless nights, the meager food my soul forgot. And the 4th part of the B section goes, tell you about the maiden with raw iron soul. And those are all unmuted majors. No, they all have everything in it. Play the bottom 4 strings only though, but you play the whole chord. It goes, tell you about the maiden with raw iron soul. One more time. Start with the F sharp. Tell you about the maiden with raw iron soul. Okay, so I'm going to play the whole song through, and it goes like this. Remember the major riff of the first part? The whole song. This is all you play in that first part. I want to tell you about Texas radio and the big beat. It comes out of the Virginia swamps, cool and slow with rugged precision, and a backbeat narrow and hard to master. Some call it heavenly in its brilliance, others mean and rueful, the Western dream. I love the friends I've gathered together on this thin raft. We have constructed pyramids in honor of our escaping, for this is the land where the Pharaoh died. First time, no words. Back to the riff. The people of the forest, brightly feathered, and they're saying, forget the night, live with us in forests of azure. 'Cause out here on the perimeter there are no stars. Out here we is stone, immaculate. And then the words, the second part. Listen to this, I'll tell you about the heartache. I'll tell you about the heartache and the loss of God. Tell you about the hopeless night, meager food my soul forgot. Tell you about the maiden with raw iron soul. Ow. Back to the riff again. I'll tell you this, no eternal reward will forgive us now for wasting the dawn. I want to tell you about Texas radio and the big beat. Soft driven, slow and mad like some new language. And last time for the beat part. Listen to this, I'll tell you about Texas. I'll tell you about the Texas radio. I'll tell you about the hopeless night, beat on the Western dream. Tell you about the maiden. There you go. I screwed it up. B part one more time. Listen to this, I'll tell you about Texas. I'll tell you about, one more time on the B part. Listen to this, I'll tell you about Texas. I'll tell you about the Texas radio. I'll tell you about the hopeless night, wandering the Western dream. Tell you about the maiden with raw iron soul. And you can finish it, add the D note, kind of make it a 7th. That's it.